And I was like, where am I actually going to win? So then, yeah.
I wanted to ask about something, especially as somebody that's dual nationality. A lot of people, maybe within our generation more so, deal with this like thing where it's like I don't quite fit in here, but I also don't quite fit in there. And so it's like, am I too African or not African enough?
This is a very interesting one for me because obviously I've had a situation where when I was younger, I lived in Nigeria and then I came back to the UK. And I remember like when I moved to Nigeria when I was like 5, 6, I forget how old I was now. And people used to make fun of my accent. People used to make fun of my British accent when I was living in Nigeria. So I didn't want to have a British accent because I didn't want people to make fun of me. And then when I came back to the UK, I had a Nigerian accent and people were making fun of my Nigerian accent. And I was like, where am I actually going to win? So you have that dichotomy of like, am I British? Am I Nigerian? Like, what am I? And which is why I feel like my perfect, like what I used to encapsulate my identity is British Nigerian, because I think there's a difference between identifying, and I don't know if this is a general thing, but this is my own perspective. There's a difference between identifying as British Nigerian and Black British. I think for me, there's a distinct Black British culture. And I think because I spent a couple of my formative years in Nigeria, I don't particularly identify with Black British culture in a way that some people that have grown up here and have been part of that culture in a way identify with. I would say I'm also identify with being British Nigerian, which is just being a Nigerian who is also British. And it's very different from like being Black British because there's a subculture of being Black British that I don't feel I'm a part of or I have personally experienced. That I'm around people that are like very Black British, I feel like an outsider.
They're not cultured.
Yeah, like it's people that might not really like. So
It's people that put. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's people that at least back again when we were growing up.
Yeah.
People that put the Nigerian flag in their bio and it's Nigerian Independence Day, 1st of October, and all you're hearing is jollof rice. Like, it's just very superficial.
Like they don't really know
They're not actually
anything. Yeah, they're not.
There are people that would hear, for example, a Nigerian accent and start laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not cultured. They just pretend. They
Yeah.
just identify with the cool things.
It's just more so about like Blackness and being Black in Britain as opposed to being from a specific culture, which I think is a very different like experience. So yeah, I think that's kind of how like I can, but and it's a weird place to be because like when you're in Nigeria, but I think in Nigeria, I would say that generally when you mix with people a bit more, I feel less than I like